Welcome to another episode of the Eden Experience. Have you ever wondered what Eden would look like or sound like if Eve had a girlfriend? Some women she can just chat with? Well, stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're gonna have some girl time, and I love having girl time. So I have a special guest. One of my special girlfriends is here with me today. Her name is Raven Watson. Welcome, Raven.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
I'm so excited to have you. I need some girl time, girl.
Me too.
So Raven, share with my viewers like a little bit about you.
Sure. So my name is Raven, which I don't think I need to say that right now because you just did a beautiful job introducing me. I'm born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm a twin, and growing up as a twin, I think it's easy to make people feel like you have to be a part, and my parents worked really hard to make us feel like individuals, and that's when my life changed, and so I decided to kind of have vision for myself, and so fast forward many years later, I've transitioned from Vegas, I've been there for 10 years. Now we're here in Houston, and when we first moved here, my husband met an awesome friend, your husband, which brought us together.
Yes.
And I got to tell you, I'm so grateful that you've been my friend for almost 10 years.
Oh, don't make me cry. Yeah, it's been almost 10
It's almost 10 years, yeah. And I can't believe I've been here for that long.
Wow.
So being in Houston, like 10 years, the journey has been insane. I went from working for corporate America to stepping out
And I'm
faith.
so proud of you, by the way. That is so exciting.
And doing my own thing. So I'm excited to be here today to share my little story to hope inspire somebody else.
Yes, and that's what it's all about, guys. It's about inspiring others, living out the Eden experience, right? So we're going to talk about vision and not just living, right? And there's a difference, right? We can live here, but if we don't have a vision, we're not actually moving, right? We're not actually going anywhere, right? So I know that you love like setting those vision and those goals for yourself. So let's talk about SMART goals.
Oh, yes. I love SMART goals.
Yeah, let's talk about SMART goals. So SMART goals are just what? Being specific.
Yeah, specific, measurable, actionable, relevant. I like to also say realistic with the stretch. You know, and then time bound.
Yes.
So let me tell you, I don't know if I ever shared this story with you, but when I was probably about 10, I had a goal. My mom told me that summer, because we would spend time with my cousin and then we'd spend time here, and my uncle was he worked for the Postal Service, and he helped grow the division that he worked for. So my mom told me if we could save $1,000, we could plan our entire summer the next summer. Now I'm 10. This is back in the 80s, and $1,000 is a lot of money. So I got aggressive. We had lemonade stands, ticket sales stands. We didn't have the technology that we have today where you can make things. We handmade and sold items. We raised and saved over $2,000.
Wow.
And when you focus on one thing and what that can look like, double the goal, that was it for me. So after that, I just became a very focused. But I had bubble handwriting back in that day.
Oh yeah, we all did.
Bubble handwriting.
The eye and
the
bubble.
big old eye.
Yes. But did you hear that? She said focus. Focus on one thing. And that's what having a vision, having goals do for us. It allows us to focus on that one thing, right?
Yep, exactly. And you know, that was it for me. So my twin brother is very different from me. He's motivated by seeing things now, like that. Whatever he sees today is his reality. And I've been able to kind of stretch my mind and see things 10 years, 20 years, 30 years down the road, and just this tunnel focus on that. And so SMART goals, I live and breathe them. My son, KJ, your friend.
Yes, my friend.
Funny story is he decided he's been asking for a dog since we moved to Houston. We've been here for almost 10 years, and I'm just not a pet person. You know that.
You are
know
not.
That. Every time I come to your home, I'm just not a pet person.
Yes.
So he's been asking for a dog, and so this year, you hosted a couples vision board party. Our other friend hosted a family vision board party. During that vision board party, if you remember, he put a dog.
He sure
all
did.
He put on his vision board
He
is
sure
just
did.
the dog. And I thought, don't you want to add something more? He just put the dog on it. So he did that first. Second, he started writing, I want a dog everywhere in the house. He put it on my calendar.
Wow.
I make a family calendar for my friend, for all of us.
Yes.
Every year. He put dog by KG a dog on every page.
Wow.
He put it on his birthday. And you know what? Vision is powerful.
It
He
is.
has a dog.
Wow, wow.
I finally caved and got him his dog he's been wanting.
I'm so glad KJ has a dog.
He has a dog. I feel like it's my dog though.
It will. It would definitely feel like it's your dog. And he would say it's his, but it's going to be your dog.
Yeah, I'm
because we
slaving
pay the
over it.
bills.
That's right.
And we cleaning up after the dog and feeding it.
He's gonna do all that.
Good, good. Okay, KJ, congratulations. You actually received your dog. Good job, Mommy.
Thank you.
Good job. But in that, you see, she does something, and then your son sees you doing it and seeing those things being fulfilled in your life, and he's picking up on it. You know, he wrote the vision a lot of times, apparently. He wrote the vision, I want a dog, 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 dog. You know, it's almost like making those affirmations that we tend to do at times. We write it down so we can read it over and over and over again and study it so that we can start believing it.
Yeah.
You know, and then we can speak it. I want a dog, or I have a dog, you know. We can speak those things into existence, right? So what are some tips we can do with setting goals?
So for setting goals is first think about the end. Start with the end. Always start with the end. Start with where you want to be and where you can go and grow long term. So look at the end, think about what good looks like, and then rewind that into the goals. And I always tell people 10 is a good number. If you have too many goals, you're really not sure where to focus your time in. 10 is a great number. And I break my personal goals down into threes. So although 10 is a good number, I have three threes. 3 for my personal life. That's me, 3.
Right.
Then 3 for my family, and then 3 for my career. And then I put an extra bonus on whatever else it is that I want to accomplish out there. So those are my 10. And after I make my goals, they are SMART goals, but after I make them for the first probably 90 to 120 days of the new year, every morning I write them down every day, like as if they're brand new.
I like that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That you write them down every day. First, how do you find the time to write them down every day? That's what I want to know.
So you inspired me about 3 years ago, and I have a prayer room. So I start my morning off in the prayer room, and I write my goals down consistently.
I like that, Raven. You know what? We're going to come back. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. So Raven, you were sharing how you write your goals down every single day. I still need to know the secret.
I don't know if it's a secret, but I'll share.
Okay.
So in the morning, I'm not a very happy person in the morning, and I learned.
I'm not either.
God, I learned this lesson. That I have to start off praying. So I go get my coffee. Everybody that walks past me in the morning, they're like, okay, I don't think she's really prayed yet. Don't talk to her, because I'm nothing nice. Seriously. And so I grab my coffee, go pray. And after I pray, then I go and write down all my goals. And as I write down all my goals, before I even do that, at the end of the year, when I create my goals, I find scripture to just affirm whatever the goal is.
I like
want to,
that.
even if it's something that is a small goal, but I find scripture to back it up. And so after I pray, then I write out my goals, and then I use the scripture to speak out loud. using it daily affirmations thanks to my I am friend. That
You're
has really
welcome.
helped me. And, I think I shared with you before, I even have my office, my team. They don't know that what they're doing is affirming the goals that I put in place for the business, but I have them focused on the goals too.
That's
And I
awesome.
do something with them called 10 Stakes at the end of the year, November, right after Thanksgiving. The Monday we come back to work every year. You know how you put a stake in the ground
Yes.
to put up a tent or whatever it is, but that stake in the ground is the seed in the ground, it's the focus in the ground. So I do 10 stakes with them, and I help them craft out goals for their lives. And then, of course, I try to use a little bit of that focus to help drive our business forward
Right.
with the goal planning as well.
I like that. I like that. See, I have an awesome girlfriend here. See why we connected? Because as one move up, they build you up,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that's what girl time is. We talk and we just build each other. We encourage each other a lot.
A lot.
Encourage each other a lot.
And pray and help each other
Yes,
a lot.
we
And it's
do.
nothing like someone that is genuinely connected, that cares about the same thing you care about. If you don't have a good girlfriend, pray for a good girlfriend.
Yes.
It's nothing like, I don't have a sister. I know you have a sister. But I have a twin brother and an older brother. And I've always wanted a sister. And I thank God you're the sister that I have been given.
Aw.
And I live and breathe it. And I'm very thankful for that.
Oh, me too, Raven, me too. But let's talk about, you said writing them down, right? So we're making the vision plain. And I love that she writes them down every single day, because you're not only just writing them, you're actually seeing them and you're actually reading them. So you are internalizing that vision, right? But what about prioritizing? Should we prioritize our goals, or should we just slap them on some paper?
Ooh, that's powerful. That's a big question, because how I focus my goals is I think about what's closest to the dollar, and I hope that comes out the right way.
Okay.
And it doesn't always mean financial, but I think about what do I need to accomplish this year to get to my 5-year goal, to get to my 10-year goal. So yeah, we should prioritize them. So I structure my goals based on building blocks. What can help me accomplish that next step? I remember just writing a whole bunch of goals down, and then the year comes around and you're like, oh my, nothing was accomplished. So not just writing them, reviewing them consistently, and measuring where we are every single month, every single quarter. Have a meeting with yourself. Say, self, we're going to have a meeting and we're going to talk about where we are with these goals. Okay, I'm 15% shy. Why am I short?
Okay.
What can I do differently? How can I adjust this goal?
I like that you said measure yourself, because oftentimes we have these vision board parties and we go just for the party, right? And we cut out all this stuff and put them on the board, make it really pretty,
Yeah.
and that's it. But we don't try to actually reach them. We don't try to accomplish them, and we don't try to measure them out. We want to write a book, and we're like, okay, this book is going to be done tomorrow.
Yes.
Is that realistic? But I like that you said to measure them out. What else?
Well, like you just said, though, this book will be ready tomorrow. The time,
Yes.
giving yourself a time frame, being super specific about that. I have a personal goal that I need to accomplish by November 30th. Of the
This year?
Of the
Okay.
year. And but knowing that date is coming, I'm more intentional, more aggressive to make that happen. So, measuring it, being real specific, and knowing the time frame is important to those goals too. And this is a really good time. This is the top of the year.
Yes.
It's fresh, right? When a year starts over, everybody wants to accomplish the world, right? And I do think it's really important in that moment to be very specific
Yes.
with the time frame.
Yes, I agree. You have to be very specific with your time frame and just be realistic about it. If I want to lose 30 pounds, I'm not going to lose 30 pounds by the end of the month.
I wish.
Me too. Me too. But just be realistic about it. You have to be realistic about it. And you can even chunk that up, right? If I want to lose 30 pounds, okay, maybe I'll lose 5 pounds this month, because you got to know your body, right? If you're a slow loser like me, it may take a month to lose 5 pounds. But we're not going to talk about the men on that, because they can, lose 30 in
fast,
a
yes.
month. Anyway, this is girl time. So, so you have to chunk it up, 30 pounds, you can probably save 4 months. but make sure it's realistic so you won't disappoint yourself. A lot of times we set those goals and they're not realistic and we end up getting disappointed.
Yeah, but you know what though? Disappointment should feel a fire to keep going. I have last year, remember I said I do 10. Last year of my 10, I only accomplished 6 of my 10. The other 4 that I didn't hit, it didn't mean that I lost or I'm not good enough or anything like that. I just took those 4 and said, okay, we're going to add them to the goal again of the vision this year.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I did with my book. You know, I've been trying to write a book for a couple of years. And at the end of the year, it's like, nope, this book isn't done. So I know Reagan was like, just add it to the next year. Just add it to the next year. And that doesn't mean the goal has to go away because you didn't accomplish it.
Right.
You know, you just push it on to the next year.
Yeah. And I think, too, we just think about, okay, if this goal didn't happen this year, what actions do I now need to do and focus on to make sure that the goal happens this next year? You know?
I like that you said the actions. How can we think about the actions behind the goals?
I think that's when it matters to break it down, stay focused, be very clear, and think through 5 things that you have to do to get there 30, 60, 90 days.
5 things in 30, 60 to 90 days. All right, guys, did you hear that? So you just think about 5 things and how you can get there in 30, 60, or 90 days. We'll be right back. Welcome back. So we're going to continue our conversation about vision and not just living. But what other type of goals can we make? You know, I know we make all of our self goals, but what about those spiritual goals?
Oh, yes, that's how we grow.
Right.
Yes,
And
that's huge.
I think it's important for us to make spiritual goals, right? Even emotional goals. You know, and in all of that, we can set those boundaries around those healthy boundaries. So what do you think about spiritual goals?
So spiritual goals, you helped me discover something a few years ago with spiritual goals from a marital perspective. Because you can, when you're 2 together, whether it's friends or your spouse or significant other, when you're going through life in that journey, if you're going through it together, but you're only focused on it one way, it's difficult. It's
So
difficult, yeah, and you're going to leave somebody behind.
So true.
So from a spiritual perspective, I think that's when it's important to make sure that your entire circle measures up to what you're trying to accomplish.
You are absolutely correct. And I love that you said your entire circle because you know me and I don't let everybody in. So if I really call you my sister, you know, you're my sister, right? But do you remember a couple of years ago, I said, you know, I need like my core. Yeah, and that core, and they know who they are. You know, that core, they encourage you during that time when you don't feel like pressing through, when you're trying to reach those goals, or when it gets tough, and when it gets hard, and when you just feel like quitting. Just like even doing the TV show, you know, things get tough, then life happens, but you need those that can come along and walk the journey with you. And I'm very appreciative of my core, and that's outside of my family because I know I have my family support. But you just need that circle, that trusted circle that can push you through when you don't feel like it. And even though, because I'm a very strong-willed person, you know, I may get upset or sassy mouth or whatever. They'll still love me through that. And they're like, hey, you finished having your temper tantrum? All right, let's go.
Let's keep going. Let's keep moving. Yes, yeah. But you know what you said though earlier, you nailed it on those boundaries because everyone around you or connected to you may not always have that vision or the focus that you have to support and build you up. And
everybody may not want you to succeed or accomplish that vision.
Yeah. You know what though? There's this mantra amongst women that it bothers me so much where a lot of women don't want to encourage each other and help them, and I'm so
it's all
grateful.
About me.
Yeah, it is. I'm so grateful to have someone like you in my life. But I got to be honest with you, I have, on my one hand, I can count the number of people that I consider close. you know, to me. But it's because I know I have to protect my boundaries, like you said.
Yes, yes. And those boundaries there, it's keep us safe. You know, it keeps our heart safe, and they're very important. You know, I look at if we didn't have boundaries, we would be messed up. You know, we will allow any and everything and any and everybody to come into that safe space, and that wouldn't be a good look for us.
Yeah. And then your goals get off target. You blink, and 10 years from now, you're like, what happened?
Right.
Why didn't I accomplish these things? Or even worse, you know?
So how can we have those boundaries and have that circle and use all of that to help us grow with our vision?
So I'll tell you what I personally do. I am very intentional about my time. So much so that it's a joke in my house and at work because I set my iPhone timer.
Yes, you do, for everything.
For everything.
Okay, it's time to pray. All right, it's time to eat. Okay, it's time to call. It's time to exercise. It's time. Yes, you do.
I don't know if I ever told you where that came from.
No.
I read Mark Cuban's book about 10 years ago where he said billionaire seconds. Billionaires think about every second, every minute, every hour of the day and how to make the most of that.
Okay.
And I started recognizing that I was wasting my time on social media or on watching TV. And I blink, I'm like, where did the day go?
Right.
So I got a little bit more intentional about my time. And then too, I have MS and I forget easily.
Yeah.
So I have to set reminders to remind me to do certain things.
Yeah.
So that I don't fall short and let somebody that I love down.
Oh.
Yeah.
So in all of this, you know, we have vision board parties, right? Where usually girls, friends come together and they just plan out their vision for a year, right? And I know you did a vision board party. I've always been that, the goal seeker, you know, and I've never been to a vision board party. And guys, when I tell you she laid out a vision board party, she laid it out and had everything decked out. I didn't even know the vision board should be as fancy as it can be, you know? But she really, really laid them out.
Oh, that was so awesome. I can't wait to do it again. But you know what? So we've always done small vision board intimate settings at our friend's house, each other's house. And that year, actually the year before that, it was a vision that put into my heart that I wanted to see. My goal was just to see 10 ladies have their dreams, their vision, their goals come true. However, we had about 37, 40 people there.
Yes.
But I got to tell you, this is 2 years ago, and during that time frame, I've had over 10 ladies call me and tell me about their dreams.
Wow.
Particularly this past week, I had someone that was sharing how everything that she put on her board, everything has happened.
Really?
Yes, she's bought a new home. She's been able to buy her daughter a car for the first time. She started her business. Wow. This past Friday was her official licensing opening day of her business.
Wow, that is awesome. I love that. And I love to hear their testimonies, because that's what it is. The testimonies just coming from an event that God placed on your heart to do, right?
Yeah.
So what's next?
So we're going to do it again. It's going to be bigger and better.
I'm so excited.
But we're going to create an opportunity, though, for people to come virtually anywhere, not just because you're in Houston. So we'll have an in-person event that's going to be very large. I'm thankful because we have large corporations that want to be a part of it to support minority-owned companies. It's going to be insanely awesome. It's going to be a blessing to women, minority-owned businesses here in Houston, and then we're going to have a virtual opportunity for nationwide for people to be able to join us.
I love that. How can people get in contact with you if they want more information?
Sure. So find me on social media. There is a URL that I'll share as well too later, but my personal email address is rwatson@atwork.com. Again, it's rwatson@atwork.com. That's my personal information that anyone can reach out to me or find me on social media.
Great, Raven. Thank you so much for having some girl time with me. Guys, we have work to do, right? It's the top of the year, and we have a lot of work to do. So I want you to get in contact with Raven. You know, go to her vision board party, right? So we can accomplish these goals. We can write the vision, we can make it plain, and we can see it happen. We'll be right back.
Let's be honest. Making a lukewarm marketing video is fairly simple. wants lukewarm marketing. Instead, how about something that conveys your unique message? Well, that takes creativity, and creative is what we are. We design custom logos. We even offer professional print services. Our goal is to showcase how good your idea is, no matter what your product is. Whether it's social media marketing for a new author or the artwork for the book itself, we can help. You've created a new app and need a TV commercial to show it to the world. We can help.
Now there's Stork Advisor.
If you're a photographer trying to show off your work in a unique way, we can help. Need a promo for your TV show? We can help with that too.
It's Couch Time with Sonia.
We're an artistic bunch and we love the creative process. We're not trying to be the best in Houston. We're trying to be the best for you.
Thank you so much for joining in on this episode. I hope that you got something from it because we want to have a vision and we don't want to just live. Come back next week. We have more to talk about. I would love for you to get in contact with us. Go to my website at ShaNaviaPortis.com and just leave a brief message. Until then, let's get back to the basics.